Hello and welcome to this new edition of Billy Core's Nostalgic Christmas for the year 2015. I apologize for the lack of these this past week. I've just been really busy with work, family related things, and well, my previous video of the Legend 822 CDT's 20th anniversary took quite a bit out of me, so I needed a few days off, but I'm back, and today we're going to be looking at a very interesting piece of software. As you can see on the screen right now, we are looking at Windows for Workgroups 3.11. This is being emulated through an emulator called PCM version number 10. I need to make an actual video regarding PCM and what all it does, because it is actually probably the best PC emulator out there. Heck, I'll even go as far as saying eventually I think it could beat Virtual PC 2007, and that's quite a feat. But anyway, on to the subject of this video. You may recall in a lot of my videos where I've shown Packard Bell Navigator on one of my Packard Bells, there's a part of Packard Bell Navigator called Ark Workspace, which on older versions was just a two-dimensional interface where you could organize and manage your files, documents, and programs in a much more user-friendly atmosphere than what the Windows 3.1 interface had, or even the Windows 95 interface had to offer. And then eventually on Navigator 3.5 they gave you an actual room for Ark Workspace. It was just like a little study on the a little study room on top of the Packard Bell Navigator house. And I've used that quite a bit. It's a fun little program to mess around with. But what if I were to tell you that there was a version of this for non-Packard Bell systems? Well, you see, Packard Bell Navigator was made by a company called by Ark. I forget the entire name, but it had Ark in the title. And not only did they make Packard Bell Navigator, but they also had a much lesser known and quite rare, I have to say, standalone version of the Workspace interface from Packard Bell Navigator that you could install on any non-Packard Bell system. And we're going to be taking a look at that tonight. Now, the reason that that I'm not doing this on an actual physical system is, well, it does not work. This program does not work right under Windows 95, and if you install this on a Packard Bell system with Navigator already installed, it sort of breaks everything, so you don't want to do that. So basically, I really don't have a physical system at the moment I can run this on. So we're just going to have to do a little bit of emulation. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go into the little Workspace program group and fire it up. It was made by Ark Interface, actually, I believe. Okay, I already made myself a user profile on here. You can have like different profiles for multiple people. Now, this isn't exactly like the Ark Workspace from Packard Bell Navigator. There are a few differences here and there. And here is the two-dimensional version of it, which this does share quite a bit from Packard Bell's version of it. Especially this top toolbar right here. That's straight out of Packard Bell Navigator. And You have access to programs here on the side, just like in Packard Bell's version. Let's see, we got terminal, the communications, got games, solitaire and windmine, write, paintbrush, and utilities, including calculator, control panel, and notepad. So let's fire up one of these. Let's fire up Minesweeper. And there we are, there's Minesweeper. And I'm already dead. Have I ever mentioned to you that I can never play Minesweeper unless I do it like this? I want to thank a good friend of mine from my early days in middle school for teaching me this little trick. And there we go, we beat Minesweeper. If you don't like the way I did it, then you stink. And over here we got like the document section. You can have different folders to organize everything with, like I think this is just a example that comes with this, like letter from Bob. Bob is in Microsoft Bob. Okay, here we are. It's Windows Write file. Hello, thank you for purchasing Ark Workspace. We believe that Workspace will make your computing life easier. Huh, this is new to me. Look at this paragraph right here that I just highlighted. Remember KidSpace from Packard Bell Navigator? Well, apparently Ark Interface released a version of KidSpace, a standalone one for non-Packard Bell systems. So that is pretty cool, and I imagine horrifically rare. But maybe someday we'll come across a copy of this. I was able to get this through a mutual friend of mine. Go to personal documents. I think there's already some sample ones in here. Let's check out personal info. Personnel emergency record. Okay then. Thank you letter. Dear so-and-so, thank you for your time and consideration you extended to me during my interview with you yesterday. I feel so business-like right now. And professional. Let's go to business and see what we got in here. Wow, some overdue notices. Change of location. Let's check that one out. Let's maximize. That's very, very boring. And forms. Assign copyright. Oh, so much business stuff. So we can scroll down with this. I feel so professional all of a sudden. Not sure what these are. I have to admit, actually, it does seem like, believe it or not, this version of Ark Workspace is actually has a little bit more to it than the version you get with Packard Bell Navigator. So that's really interesting. Okay. Now, this is the two-dimensional version, but just like in Packard Bell Navigator 3.5, there's also a 3D version of it. And we can access that by clicking this little button down here, I think. And here's the 3D workspace. It's a lot like the 3D workspace on Packard Bell Navigator, but the environment looks a lot different, actually. but you still get a desk to put stuff on. Little side panel here to access applications. In fact, let's add an application actually, just to see what it's like. I really don't have anything installed. I didn't mean to make a new category, but let's add another application to the utilities folder. Oh yeah, this is just like on Packard Bell's, this interface here. Find a good utility to add in here. Let's just add file manager. There we go. Let's see if it worked. And it does. There we go. We added a new category here, so I guess we can, you know, let's make a multimedia category. Okay, apparently I can't do that yet. So let's add some multimedia applications. Let's see. We can add Creative CD. Oh yeah, I can choose multiple ones. Media player, obviously. Sound recorder. Alright. And it did nothing. That's disappointing. You just ruined Christmas, Workspace. I hope you're happy. Okay, it's pretty much the same business forums we saw earlier. Let's take a look at the congratulation letter. Oh, that was a nice little letter, wasn't it? And just like in Packard Bell's version, you get a floppy disk here to provide access to files in drive A, which does not work, probably because I don't have a disk in drive A. And we get a trash bin there. Let's see what we got up here. Yep, that's straight from Packard Bell Navigator right there. Okay, go away. Go away. What? I told you to go away. Okay, I'll just open card file and that'll do it. And I guess this door right here, if you click it, will take you out back to Windows or DOS. So there we are. That's quick little look at Workspace 2.0. I believe there was also a version released for the Apple Macintosh back in the early 90s, which I believe I do have a copy of it. I just got to get it to work on a Macintosh sometime. I got that Performa I got that Macintosh Performa that I could probably try it on. I just need to get the computer set up sometime and find room for it. But that's a project for another day. So, with that said, this is Billy Kors signing off.